Hello everyone, Triggin here. Welcome back to Sid Meier's Railroads. Don't forget, if you like this video, tickle that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And of course, share and favorite the video as you like. So, we have finished the Southwest, the Northeast, the Midwest, the Northwest. Now it's time to leave the US of A and head to England. Yeah. So, England. The scenario covers the majority of Great Britain and covers the time period between 1829 and 1957. This scenario begins with the early days of steam technology, starting with Stephenson's planet. I don't remember how it was supposed to be pronounced, and continuing into the modern area with classic machines like the A4 Mallard and Gresley's Flying Scotsman. The scenario is of average difficulty, suitable for most players, etc., etc. Ad nauseum. So we have three eras in this. Of course, it starts in 1829. The first one ends in 1850, which gives us just 21 years. It's very, very speedy. We need to connect Liverpool and Manchester. Usually not hard, so long as we didn't start at the far end of the map. And we need to acquire 70% ownership on our company, which at our difficulty level, because we're playing at Robber Baron, is completely impossible. Because you have to sell off all the ownership in your company just to get enough money going to complete to get anything started, really. Because you just start with so little money. Then second era ends in 1922. That gives a nice 72 years. We need to build the premier line connecting Birmingham, Liverpool, London, and Manchester. We'd also need to own 20% stake in every other railway if we were playing multiplayer. We're not. And then finally, by 1957, we have to have delivered 20 carloads of passengers from Manchester to London, and 20 carloads of mail from Birmingham to London. We need to have set a new speed record with the legendary A4 Mallard, and we need to have gained a net worth of 30 million pounds. So here we go. Let's see where we started out on this. There isn't really, because there aren't city-specific requirements in this beyond delivering passengers. There isn't really any game-breaking setup, any setup that automatically is going to make us fail. Obviously, there's that one requirement we just cannot meet, so we're out of luck there. So the only thing is where we get started. And Salisbury isn't too bad. I do have this set up so I can use my mouse scroll again, or mouse edge of screen. So, here we are. Excuse me. We're starting out in Salisbury. And we need to get all the way up here. We need to connect Liverpool and Manchester. So, we've got a bit of work to do. First off, let's sell some stock. Move this down here. And we're going to want to start moving north as quick as we can. So, we will connect to... let's see, how do I want to do this time? Do I want to go up there? Yes, I think I will. I think I will go up. So, I'm going to turn pause off. We'll leave it running slow till we get the first one run. First track set up, I should say. I keep that as straight as I can to keep us moving fast. Move north from here. That'll line us up nicely to go into Birmingham. A little bit off. I could have done it a little bit more straight north. But with our current money situation, I can't really fix it. So, there we go. So we got that going. Let's see. think, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start the train here. And these trains are really slow. We're gonna put 2 cars on it. That's all we can do. We're really starting out at the beginning. You know, it's two passenger cars, 18 miles an hour. That is gonna be pokey. All right, we'll go ahead and set it up to high speed. Now I'm gonna sell off some more stock. We are gonna put a second line here. We will run up to Birmingham. There. Good. And I think, let's see. Mayor of Cardiff solicits railroad. Well, sorry, we're not going to be doing it. Cardiff. Sell off the rest of our stock. And look at that. Company value. Tank. I want to try to get this line to Manchester here. I think we can do it. So that's a pretty good achievement for our starting cash. Don't have enough to put a station there. At the moment, I do not want to... I suppose I could run to... Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. That'll make us cash. And there's going to be enough passengers. There should be enough passengers there to support both lines. I hope there is. If there isn't, then... then I did a bad thing. Well, we got better locomotives now. And it is going to be worth it to upgrade these. Man, I think... Oh, there we go. We got enough money to get that next one in. I don't want to run two of the new ones to the same location, though, because then Cheltenham definitely would not be able to support it. Nope. You are going to get rid of Cheltenham. And if I'm pronouncing it wrong, I apologize. So we're going to run from Birmingham up to... Wait. Upgrade. Okay, so what can we run here? Let's run just 3 cars. So at least we're getting a bit of a speed increase. Those passengers are like, wait a minute, we didn't want to go to Manchester. And we'll upgrade this one. This is definitely going to put us in debt for a while, but having the additional cars will help. You know what? I'm going to stick mail on here. I hate to do it. Let's just stick with it. But that additional revenue will help us. Okay, someone set a speed record. It was the Cheltenham. Great. Get a good start going. How are we doing time-wise? About a third of the way through our period here. That didn't sound right, did it? About a third of the way through the era. That's what I meant to say. Give myself enough room to make the turn here. Steel industry taking a hit. That's okay, we're not in the steel industry at the moment. Hopefully it'll recover before we get there. Okay. This south. Gonna want to be able to come from here to Wrexham. Yeah, that should work. Hope that'll work. We go straight from here. Will we clip? Yep, we'll clip right through the area we need. Excellent. And, wow, we're doing pretty good on money. In fact, I'm going to slow us down a bit here so we can spend some of this. Okay, so that's running. we're doing here, I think maybe we can go ahead and add Liverpool to the line. Okay, so we've completed this one. We cannot complete this one. No way. I think mainly, this, what we're going to have to do is connect London. That's the only thing we have to do. So we have until 1922 now to get that done. So what I really want to concentrate on now is getting some industry going and getting us some income going. So let's see what we got going in these towns. There's a hospital there. Now this has got some different industries from what you've seen before. You remember in our first one in the Southwest we had different industry. We had gold and we did not have coal. And here is different too. In Europe it's quite different. We have hospitals. And we have sheep farms. The sheep farms provide wool for clothing stuff. Excuse me, they will also provide nitrates to make medicine, which can then go to hospitals. So if we can... Well, we got sheep farm right here. But the nearest factory we have for that is over here. I don't think we'll be running anything to Manchester. We might be able to run it that way. Now, here we got a good setup, because Lelandrindad, I guess I've been reading that long. Lelandrindad, whatever, Wells here, makes steel, and then steel is used not in auto manufacture, but in weapons manufacture. So we can get that going. And I think that will be a good thing for us to get going. What do we have here? No way we're going to get fish, but we do have cattle right there. Let's go ahead and extend our passenger line down here. May not actually send the passenger train down here yet. Let's get the line down here. Wrexham added on. Let's run a second line. There. That's gonna be a nuisance. That is really gonna be a nuisance, but it's the only way we can do it, so... What can I say? We're gonna have to do it the way we can do it. So then we will run off from here. Up to here. Not quite the way I meant to do that, but I'm gonna run it here and then turn. We'll slow the train down a bit, but I want to be able to access this later on. I don't want to cut myself off. That, and then let's purchase the stock yet. And add a line from here. Are we not going to have enough money to do that? Nope. Well, we can get the food going anyway. Sort of waiting. I'm hoping the next train will come up, but I don't think it's going to. We're going to end up starting off with this little one that can't pull much. We're going to make it pull. Well, let's keep it to 3. That'll keep it moving at a reasonable pace. I've forgotten to recolor these trains. You're going to be red. Are going to be what? What am I going to make this one? Let's make it like grass green. That seems good. And the last one, or the first one I should say, we'll make a nice blue. Instead of the ugly blue it started with. Oh, and of course, the Iron Duke would come out just after I purchased this one here. Okay, well, I think we're gonna spend the money and upgrade it, but not until after I can get mine extended. So I want to get food being delivered from Liverpool to Wrexham. All right. That put us in debt, but that's okay. All right, so let's see. What can we do here? Let's keep it with 4. Then we'll switch to food, and we deliver that to Wrexham. Great. So that should start... Wrexham will grow from that, but Liverpool will also grow from that. And the big advantage is that when Liverpool gets to metropolis size, then it can start receiving weapons from Wrexham. So my next one is going to be running this line from here to here, which we don't have the money for yet, so we'll wait. Speed it up. We'll get the line extended to here and then out to here, and we'll start running the steel and then the coal to the steel mill, then the steel to the weapons plant. And then once Liverpool grows, we'll be able to run it the rest of the way. I will probably want to run another track here and get the meat wagon here on its own track, but we'll worry about that later. That money came in pretty fast, didn't it? There. Let's see. Hide the trees. Oh. Got that built. Just enough money to build the station. How much are we going to need to buy this? 102. That shouldn't take long to raise. There we go. Wait till that's almost finished before we start the train going. Yep, and see we've already passed into the next era. Well, we got 70 years. No trouble at all. Once we get this money rolling in, we'll be in good shape. Speaking which, oh, we did that. Be nice if we'd gotten the next train, but, oh, what are you gonna do? That going. Now, let's see, the war factory is going to cost 180. We have just enough. Okay, cool. So we get that going too. So we'll have 2 profitable industries running for us. I'll go ahead and set this up to move on. And of course, as usual, I like to do this so that we can build up the villages. So once we start delivering the steel, it's actually going to help the Landry Wells a lot. And then once we start delivering the weapons, it'll help out Wrexham. Landry, I keep calling it Lalandrin Wells. I don't know why I was calling it Lalandru. And I've been doing that for probably years now. Which means it's going to be a very hard habit to break. Okay. Going good here. Let's see. that going. We don't have passenger service going over here yet. Let's go ahead and get that. Actually going to get rid of Birmingham on this route, and this is gonna switch to Liverpool being its main home. So it'll run Liverpool, Wrexham, and Manchester. Later we'll stop it from running Manchester because we'll be running passengers from Manchester to London. And that will become a more important route at that time. Ooh, let's go ahead and place a bid on that. Increase our passenger revenue. That would definitely help us out some. Okay, I'm going to slow it back down because we make quite a bit of money here. Let's do some upgrading. Upgrade that. Wrexham, and that's definitely going to help us. By upgrading these things so quickly after we bought them originally. Really have to with this, just because it lets you carry so much more. Look at that, we can double it, which means doubling our profit. And I think we'll actually be running a little faster. Okay, and you... Find the right button, there we go. Excellent. I don't know if you noticed how I do the consists on the train when I am expanding them like that. I'll show you when I do the next train, but I always start at the bottom of the list as far as possible. Because otherwise you end up, you know, if you start at the top, okay, like on this one where we did metal. Here, actually, let me go ahead and open this and show you. We did metal. If I had done the coal first, let's do this. Back to this. Oops, that was what I meant. If I do the coal first, so what it does, it adds coal further down. So then I have to actually get rid of them, and then I can, you know, build those up. But if I do it the way I did, oops. Oops. There we go. Okay, oops. There we go. Okay, so here's how it was. But when I do it like this, see, then all I have to do is quickly delete those. And then I can add on here, and it doesn't affect the rest of the trains going down the road. Or rest of the stations going down the route. So, that's why I start from the bottom and work my way up. Okay, those guys are doing okay. Let's see. Now, my question is, do I want to... No, I think what I'm going to do is this. I'm not going to run another track. I have in the past, but I don't think I will this time. What I'm going to do... this way. Let's move this once again so I can see better. Oh, clank, that was a weird sound. And there we go. So now we've finished our only requirement for the second era. How about that? First episode, we've got the requirements for the first and second era done, at least as far as we can. This one was an impossibility. So what we're going to have to work on next is getting these passengers and mail, and just working on the net worth of our business. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to... First things first, we're going to knock Manchester off from this. So it's just going to be running between... No, What? You're on a track that goes between those two. Why are you giving me grief and saying you can't do it? Ugh. Just wait and see if I can catch... See, that's what I mean about the stupid engineers. You know, it's on a track that will go between those two. It's already been going between those two. But I tried to delete Manchester, and it wants to switch to this track over here. Let's see if it will be good and not do it once there is something in the station there. So then it worked. It didn't want to switch to the other track. Alright, so that we can leave going. Now I am going to start another train. We will use... So this one's not good for passengers, so we will go ahead and use this one. We are going to run... I want to run 3? I think so. 3 and 2. We will go ahead and run that. Create another one. Do the same thing. Go to Birmingham. Except I want to run more mail. Let that one run a little faster. Won't be as profitable, but we can get that done. So they should get done... Well, this one will get done earlier because this one's got further to go and it's a slower train. We'll probably just end up deleting this one. But this track here, once that delivery is done, this track here is going to be repurposed. But you know what? We are definitely out of time. That is it for this episode. So, if you like the episode, please tickle that thumbs up button for me. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And we will definitely see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.